Okay, I haven't seen a lot of Pokemon Fusion videos lately, so I wanted to try it myself. So to test it out, I took two of my favorite Pokemon and tried to fuse them. And so, Furpert was born. To complete the team, I got myself a wheel with all Pokemon names to randomly pick the other 5 host and 5 juice Pokemon. After the wheel decided for us, we took the fully evolved versions of the Pokemon and started the fusion process. The first combination we got was Azelf and Deoxys, and so Azaxis was born. Next up, we got Beautifly and Reuniclus, born in Beauticlus, and we did it a couple more times, and so we got Stoutlux, Rhyperizzard, and last but not least, Tortichu. So let's get into the game and see how they fared. So first off, we got the Azelf and Deoxys fusion Azaxis, a pure Psychic type with a White Herb and having Psychic Boost, Taunt, Psychic and Ice Beam, and a Pressure ability. Next up we have the Swampert and Furret fusion Furpert, the Water normal type with the Silk Scarf and the Torrent ability. Next up we got the Bug Psychic Beauticlus, the fusion between Beautifly and Reuniclus with Psychic, Signal Beam, Shadow Ball and Thunder. After that we got Stoutlux with Explosion, Ice Beam, Body Slam and Acid Armor, and of course the normal and Ice type with Thick Fat. And then we got Tortichu with Static, the Grass Electric fusion between Torterra and Raichu, working Thunderbolt, Giga Drain, Fake Out and Leech Seed. And last but not least, a Belly Drumming Rhyperizzard with Earthquake, Overheat and Rock Slide, with the Ground Fire typing and the Blaze ability. Obviously, in terms of special and physical attacks, like it doesn't really work in Gen 3 as it works nowadays. So there's a like split in terms of some type are special or physical instead of moves. So I couldn't really use every Pokemon to their full potential, but I tried to build some cool sets with it, and I tried to beat the Gen 3, Elite 4, and Champion with this team I created. So first off, we had to fight Sydney. Oh, by the way, don't really mind the sprites I created. After creating the fusings, apparently it's just scaling them down to sprites with color swapping the existing sprites didn't really work all that well. But yeah, I had this strat I want to try with Rhyperizzard, which was the Belly Drum and Salic Berry strat, and I figured he could live hits enough to pull it off here. So we swap him in, heal a little bit more back from the lead seat, and then we try to Belly Drum, thinking another double edge or another attack would probably put us inside like barrier range. So we tried this, and yeah, you'll see how it turned out. He went for the crunch, which is special, but it was enough to put us inside like barrier range and not feint us. And so yeah, with now a +6 attack and a +1 speed, I figured I can probably just click moves. And I didn't know if I would outspeed everything, but I hoped I did. And spoiler alert, I did. And so, as you can see, we could just easily sweep through the whole of Sydney's team, which was pretty cool to see, you know, a strat I thought of working out. So next up was Phoebe, the Ghost Step trainer. I didn't really have anything to hit them for super effective damage with, except for Beauticlus's Shadow Ball. But as you can see, that didn't really do too much since Ghost type is physical in this gen in terms of moves. So we struggled a little bit more and we couldn't really rely on one Pokemon to sweep this time around. So yeah, we had to use our team in a more diverse way and really utilize every little bit of it. We did manage to get through the battle without any real troubles. Some stalling here and there, but nothing too major, and without any casualties. Right now it is our Fusion Team 2 and the Elite 4 0. Let's continue that trend. Next up was Glacia. She led off with her Celio against my Stoutlux. I figured Stoutlux could eat up hits easily, and with some acid armors he would be untouchable. And with some body slams, Celio wasn't any trouble to deal with. So yeah, next up, Walrein. I figured it would be easy to deal with as well, just a Celio, but it turned out he had a special move. So I pushed the big red button to deal with him. I kinda wanted to do this anyway. But yeah, bye Stoutlux, you served as well. And with the first death of the team and that explosive self-sacrifice of Stoutlux, the rest of the team fought to defeat Glacia. And we did. One casualty along the way though, Rayquaza did end up dying to a Celio's Blizzard, sadly enough. But we still have 4 brave soldiers left to take on the 4th of the Elite Four, Drake. So let's go on. And so we went on to try and defeat Drake. Luckily we had one of our secret weapons, Azexis, which is fast, has high special attack, and is rocking Ice Beam, which is super effective on dragon types. So yeah, as you can see, Drake wasn't that much of a challenge. The only Pokemon that could resist the Ice Beam was Kingdra. So luckily for that, Azexis probably could have handled it, but I went into Torchiu for that one, since I figured with Leech Seed, Thunderbolt and Giga Drain, we should be able to, make sure Kingdra isn't the problem. And after a little bit of stalling on his part with the full restores and setting up Dragon Dances, which was kind of scary, we did manage to beat the Kingdra. And yeah, now it's time for the last hurdle, the champion. I felt it was fitting to lead off with the fusion I made first, so Furport was matched up against Wailord. I got Wailord with some strengths. I got him in the red, and I tried to finish him off with a quick attack. But he healed, so I figured I switch into Torchiu and yeah, just go for the electric type moves and grass type moves, since they were better fit for the job. Next up, Milotic. He used Toxic to poison Torchiu while I leech seeded him. I swapped into Beauticlus, but he ice beamed me, which did a lot. We recovered a little, but it wasn't enough for the crit ice beam, which finished off Beauticlus. So 3 soldiers remain. We send out Azexis and go for the Psychic, but sadly it wasn't enough and Milotic went for recover. This happened again, and so I figured I would go for the Taunt to prevent it from happening a 3rd time, and then finished off the Milotic. Tentacruel came out, so I went back into Torchiu, got some chip damage with Fake Out, and then went for the Leech Seed, but sadly, Tentacruel outsped and killed with a Slush Bomb. So back into Azexis we go, as only 2 Pokemon remain. A crit Psychic takes out Tentacruel and Ludicolo comes out. He goes for a double team, making us miss once, but it wasn't enough and we take him out. Now on the Whiscash, which wasn't a problem at all, 1 Psychic was enough. So now Wallace had only 1 Pokemon remaining, Gyarados. I went for Psychic, which did a good amount, but he went for Dragon Dance. This was kinda scary, since now his attack and his speed was boosted. We said, fuck it. And luckily we did outspeed, and so we took out the Gyarados, and with 2 brave fusion soldiers remaining, we beat the champion. So we did it. So there we have it. We beat the Gen 3 Elite Four with a team of 6 fusion Pokemon we created, decided by a random wheel. I really hope you did like this video and this sort of content. If you do, please let me know in the comment section down below. And if you would consider liking the video and subscribing, I would really appreciate it. And yeah, with that being said, I hope we'll see you next time. Bye.